Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. And today we talk about the shrimp on the Barbie, starring Cheech, Marin. Shrimp on the Barbie. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta play around with words. This stars Cheech Marin, like I said, from the great old Cheech and Chong movies back in the early 80s. Or is it late 70s too? Late 70s, early 80s. My parents were always kind of weird about what shows I could watch as a kid. I could watch Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Terminator, but when it came to Cheech and Chong, it was like a big no. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the language. I don't know if it was because of the drugs. I'm like 6 or 7 years old. Like I'm gonna go out there smoking weed or something. Anyways, they wouldn't let me watch Cheech and Chong. So to this day, I haven't seen a Cheech and Chong movie, but I know a lot about their scenes. So one day I'm gonna watch a Cheech and Chong movie because I'm a grown up now and I can do that stuff. Anyways, that's neither here or there. We're going to talk about the shrimp on the Barbie here. Here, Cheech Marin, I think his character is from LA, though he plays more like a Mexican type character. But in the movie, he's from LA. He moves to Australia because he figures Australia is a land of paradise. You got nice beaches, ocean, and warm weather. But unfortunately, Rowdy bites him in the rear end, and he finds out that even though Australia has beaches and oceans and great weather, it don't mean anything if you don't have any money. So he ends up kind of being in a partnership with another Aussie with a Mexican restaurant. Runs into an heiress, and they kind of really enter a contract relationship deal where he's to be a jerk so that her father will agree to let her marry the man of her dreams, another rich man. And so I'm a sucker for contract relationships, and I like Cheech Marin, especially like him in Born in East LA. It's been about 10 years, 5 to 10 years since I see that one. They're going to rewatch it again. I think I forgot enough about it to rewatch it with fresh eyes and maybe do a review on it. Unfortunately for this movie, it's not as good as Born in East LA. You do got your funny characters like the cousin of our female lead. She is crazy to say the least. Her first interest, she's in her riding gear for riding horses, and she has like that whip thing. I don't know what you call it. I'm gonna call it a whip, okay? I'm not rich. I don't know what they're called. She gets this whip thing. She keeps slapping Cheech Marin on the arm, and then she got some weird horse fetish. She's reading a Playboy book, magazine type, but it has horses and men riding horses. I don't know. But she's just kind of crazy and eccentric. She has a big crush on Cheech Marin because he's a Mexican, and she's always telling him to speak in Spanish, and when he does, it kind of turns her on. She's just a crazy character. She's very funny. Very funny, though. The interactions between her and Cheech Marin are hilarious. I probably like the highlights of the movie, especially on the laughter scale. Got pretty good chemistry between those two. Kind of wish, in a way, that maybe he ended up with her. Though she's way too far out there. She's kind of loony in this. But, the first interaction was pretty good. And you do got some good chemistry between Cheech Marin and her name escapes me. I think it's Man is her last name. No, Sams. Sams is the last name. Samms. At least that's how you pronounce it. I think they got some pretty good chemistry between those two in this movie. Carry the film very well. Like I said, it's a contract marriage. So they do have to carry it. And you kind of get a little bit... it's one of those movies where they know each other for like 2 days and all of a sudden they're like deeply in love with each other at the end. By the end of the movie, it's like you only know this dude for like a couple of days. And the first time you met him, he was like an idiot and kept on screwing stuff up. But they do have some deep conversations. This movie does touch on some stereotypes, such as rich people are snobs, they look down upon the lower class. That's kind of her problem. You have these family who had a flat on the side of the road. She's like, they're going to beat us up and take our money type of thing. And he's like, they're just a family needing help, Not everybody's poor as thugs. And so you got that stereotype. He plays, when he's her pretend boyfriend, fiance, he plays a stereotypical Mexican type role that you see like Mexicans act like in movies and stuff. He kind of plays that in there. And, you got this crazy uncle of our female lead who's kind of like prejudiced against Mexicans. So he gets a little, goes off on Cheech Marin about, you know, how people really think about Mexicans, I guess, in Australia. I guess that's what he's supposed to represent. Like I said, it's not the best movie. You do get some comic pieces. You got some touching moments. If somebody's never heard of Cheech Marin, I probably wouldn't show them this movie. They were like, oh, that's Cheech Marin. I don't know if they would like him in this movie. I don't know if I wouldn't really consider his best work. Or definitely not his best work. Maybe his worst work. I don't know. It's a passable movie. If you're a Cheech Marin fan, you know who he is, you like this other stuff, I would recommend it to you. Otherwise, I'm going to recommend it with caution. You do got some funny interactions, like I said, between Cheech Marin and the horse cousin. I'm going to call her horse cousin. But everything's about stereotypes. And I'm not somebody that says, boo to stereotypes, because I think they can be useful. And if you use them right, I think they can be funny. But, it just, I don't know. This really made me laugh or anything, especially when he's trying to be like the Mexican guy who's like, has not civilized or anything like that. He gets some outrageous scenes in there, but I didn't really find them funny. Those scenes very funny. Like I said, I found the scenes between him and the cousin very funny. And then the interactions, I guess, between the two leads were, I don't know, sweet, I guess. Can I use the word sweet? Do I lose my man card if I say sweet? But you can find this on Amazon Prime. Like I said, it's not his best work. And I wouldn't recommend this. I recommend this with caution. If you're a Marion fan, or if you're like a fan of one of those actors, I guess it'd be good. If you like contract relationships, you might like it as well. But otherwise, this is a movie you can pass over. Hope everybody has a great day. If you've seen this, I guess if you have seen this, leave a comment below. Am I wrong about this movie? Is this movie great? Is it really good? Is this something that people should watch? Like if they never heard of Cheech Marin, was this something you would show them? If it was on, it's like, oh, you never heard Cheech Marin, you gotta watch this show. Is this that type of show you would introduce a person who doesn't know who he is to? Anyways, have a great day. Bye.